Hello, how do you do? Here I am Kalyani. I need to discuss a new thing here. How to make us a malleable thing in the way of perfection. Are we really all our malleable things? Are you sure? But at my side, I am not sure. I think myself I am into the malleable person. I am into the perfect at all. My dears, from my childhood I have a doubt here. By hearing of the values, by reading of the values and learning of the values, are we become perfect in the way of moral life? Is it enough to make us ourselves as a moral person? Let us go to one of my experience here. I think it's my concern how to become a malleable person at the way of perfection. My dears, every moment, every trace can teach us a new thing. It's the power of time, we know that. The time must follow us on its way, which is the best. Here the thing is what we can or cannot concern through the passing time. If we cannot, is it the difficult of time? Or any other? My experience thought and teaching me, our concern depends on only our mind. Our concern depends on only our mind and at our work, that we are connecting in a positive way. Am I right? Yes, yeah. At my childhood, when I got complete sense of my surroundings, I stood with my parents only 3 years in our village. Then my attention changed to my grandparents. Actually, there I had a lot of love of my family as well as on my village. There I was committed with their affection and so on. So why? Why I need to share my conflicts with my universal cognates as I am belonging to the same family? Please, let us hear to me. Somewhere I am very proud to express about my parents here. They molded me as the heiress of their values, humbleness, secularism and socialism. You know more than me what things are needed to mold. Man must need a malleable material to mold a perfect shape of a figure. Still I am passing on my doubt clouds, but don't know whether I am a malleable material or am it. Yeah, still I am passing on my doubt clouds. Is a person became a valuable thing by hearing the values and moral stories? Here my mind wouldn't agree it. Now let's go to my story here. As my early childhood, I knew about the social discriminations what I read, looked in another lives, but I didn't feel it because my parents were very alert to disbirth those as soon as they were very alert to disbirth. Here I knew the feelings of sorrow quite different to knowing it where I got true freedom to go anywhere like temple, church, mosque, to meet my friends, to play anywhere. In that happiest moments, yeah my dears, in that happiest moments I was stuck in a disabandonment when I was 7 years. Actually, we were all good friends in our class. We had a best relation each other, but my hesitation which was passed by our master hurt me. He always squibbled me as I was belonging to low caste. Yeah, I am sure I am belonging to the low caste. He made me to sit in last row. We, the student who belonged to the low caste, wanted to supply things for the higher caste students. Here the wonder was, he also belonged to the low caste. Personally, I was riled. But I didn't share it with my family because he was well at other side and also best friend to my dad. I wept at nights very secretly. I regretted. I knew I was getting back at all my activities and at my studies also. We, we were also attended to his tuition. Do you know, it is free for all students. But we struggle to face this based tendency. I took milk every day for my master. That person. One day I forgot it. So mom sent with our servant who was being as untouchable. Here I realized a lot about the untouchability. Master's wife took the milk and threw out that vessel. I asked her, "Ma'am, why do you throw it?" She said, "If we use those things, we will go to the hell, Kalyani." Again I asked the milk, also touched by him, "Why don't you throw that?" Her answer was, "The things which weren't made by the human need not to follow this rule." There I got a great thing. I got a great thing. Nature doesn't follow the caste. Am I right? My little mind didn't gather that mom was knowing my distraction. She was observing. I thought my secret was hidden, but it wasn't. One day mom said a nice story about Shabari, devotee of Rama. By that story I was realized God also doesn't follow the caste. Yeah, the God doesn't follow the caste. Then at next day I went to crop field with dad. I saw a cattle grazing at the same place, but the children were rearing them. The children who were rearing them were divided into caste wise. I understood easily, without asking any doubt to others. Animals do not follow the caste, but the human who are rearing there having discriminations. Like this, my quest expanded day by day. Now say, am I a malleable thing? No. I do not agree this. Just I realized that. The time will come to summer. I went to Granny. There I was a great favor to my great granny. I observed there also, but it is quite different to my village because it's a city. No caste, no differences. So frequently I shared my sorrow with my granny. There I didn't know. She took it as a serious issue. The result was I was shifted to Grand's house. Believe me, my dears, I was struggled a lot to left my parents and my loving village as same as the feel felt by mom also. Here my grandparents were caring me with love. Really they loved me a lot. But I lost my freedom, my place, my friends. I turned my mind into great books that was presented by Grandpa. I quest followed my growth along with my age. My master's image was fixed in mind as the demon. As a demon divided me from my dear parents and my dear friends and my dear village. My sorrow lagged me back at all. But I started my writing career with a great help of my grandpa. The concepts were the things what I lost. There I was realized great persons didn't follow the caste. Am I right? I am sure about it. Am I become a malleable here by reading of the values and the stories of the great persons? Still my mind not accepting here. Reading good books, learning about the values weren't made up perfect. No, I didn't agree this. At a turn of my life pace, I became a primary teacher. Also, I was going to my writings. One day, when I was in second class, clerk came there and asked the children to fill up the caste forms with their parents. Believe me, many children couldn't understand what she is telling. They asked me, "What is caste, ma'am?" As same as I was at my childhood, as same as how I felt at my childhood. I couldn't answer them immediately because I didn't have any idea. But the next day, my wonder, many of them clarified their caste. One of the students, Raghava, of those, said, "Ma'am, I am Kshatriya. I can rule you all." Another boy continued that, "Oh, I am a Brahman, more powerful than Raghava." Oh, what's this situation? At the break, I observed them. They were greeting who belonged to the same caste. Among the 30, only one girl, Ramya, didn't fill up the form. Next day, Ramya came with her parents. Her dad said, "Madam, don't ask my daughter about the caste. We are the Indians. That's only our designation." And he went away. It's pleasant wonder. I decided to clear my children. The caste and religions were started after the human and humanity, but not before. Am I right here? The caste and religions were started after the human and humanity, but not before the human. I thought. At last I got an idea. I shared that with my son, who is my best model after my mom. He smiled and said, "Ma, are you clear now?" Just he asked a simple question. "Are you clear now?" Huh? He asked again. "Are you clear at all?" That means, "What do you mean?" I asked him. He laughed. "Mom, sometimes we don't get answer by questioning others. Why are you asking me? Ask your mind as well as your heart. Are you clear at all? Ask your mind." Still, I was in doubt. Is he complimented or is he blamed? I moved with a confusion. The next day I started my class as a project. I asked the children to write their addresses. How to address. Children became very curious. I started my lesson. My dears, caste system were elaborated to make the people sufficient according to their skills. Where I was flowing on my explanation, but my mind is stinging me. Yeah, my mind is stinging me. That yesterday what was asked by my son, "Are you clear at all? Are you clear at all? Are you clear at all? Are you clear at all?" Am I clear at all? Am I realized? Am I become as a malleable thing here? Something makes it feel. No, my heart didn't agree this. I was seeing in my explanation. In a sudden my daughter's image was clicked on mind, who was married and intercaste individually and rejected by me. I got stuck on my heart. That is breaking my breath. Children were cried. Then I asked for their excusation and went home. Next day, I took leave and went to my daughter's house. She surrounds me, hugged me, and wept a lot. I too, because after her marriage, I hadn't met her. I was angry with her. to marry an intercaste person. I spent that day with her. There I was, remember my son's words. Are you clear at all? Are you clear at all? Then I was clear. Yeah, I was clear. My daughter realized me. Next day I took some postcards and asked students to write their addresses. Everyone looked at their identity and wrote as fast as they could. They were filled 5 columns. It moved on: name, house number, street, town, state, country. Then again I followed: write your continent. Children wrote their Asia. Then I said, write to your planet name. Very curiously, children wrote their Earth. Then I said, write your galaxy. Children wrote Milky Way. And then at last, I asked, write their universe. Oh, children clapped a lot. See here, my dears. If our feel committed that we are living in the universe, we are all belonging to same family. So there is no differences like caste, high and low, rich and poor. Children accepted me. They accepted me and realized only the human followed these. They vowed that they shouldn't follow those discriminations. Still I am passing on my doubts. Am I a malleable thing now? Am I realized? I asked my son again. He smiled. He smiled and said, Mom, a thing which is ready to mold in the present can able to use at that exact time only. A thing which is ready to mold in the present can able to use at that exact time only. After some time it will become dry and cannot be able to mold. So we should be alert. We should be at alert always to make our minds soft, fresh, like a wet clay. Here the needed things is the soft clay and the purest water. The soft clay is our heart. The purest water is our mind. Why I am implementing this? Many can doubt why Kalyani implementing this. Yeah, I don't like to hidden anything. Whatever I have in my shell, I want to implement this because many of my friends asked me, why don't you follow the caste? Why don't you follow the religion? So, it's the answer for their questions by all. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry if my words hurts you. But think at once. We are all belonging to the universal family. Being as the same children of a mother. Okay? Thank you. Meet you soon. Yours, Kalyani.